seeing it all. Winter weather, rain, flooding, and then behind it, record cold. Everything you need to know. Keep you covered throughout the storm right here, right now, on the Power Hour of Wake Up with Al. Good morning, everybody. Top of the morning, top of the hour, Thursday, March 5th, 2015, and welcome to Wake Up with Al. I'm Al Roker, live in studio. My partner, Stephanie Abrams, joining us live from snowy Times Square. Good morning, Steph.
Al, good morning to you. Right now, Thor is cranking it out in the south. We're talking snow, ice, wind, and record-setting temperatures, and it's just getting its act together from the mid-Atlantic into the northeast. We have your Thursday Thorcast, Al, in this Power Hour.
That is not easy to say, especially if your tongue is Thor. All right, thanks so much, Steph. This morning, 21 states in the eastern U.S. under some sort of winter weather advisory because of Thor. As we mentioned, the storm stretching for more than 1,500 miles. This morning, Thor moving through the mid-south and mid-Atlantic. Memphis, you might be picking up another inch before the snow ends later this morning. D.C., rain changing over to snow. Forecast for 5 to 8 inches. Boston, looks like Thor is going to give you that 2 inches we need to set a new record. Put all the advisories out on a map, and you can see how far it stretches from Texas all the way into New England. Here's what we know right now. MARC and VRE commuter train services canceled today. That's for Maryland, D.C., and suburban Virginia. Delaware activating emergency operations this morning. DOT crews working on Delaware interstates and roads. Also, Delaware state offices closed today. Dallas Fort Worth International says crews are clearing snow on runways overnight. They're making progress. One runway ready to go, working on the others right now. So you know air travel is going to be a mess today. And of course, we have got our all-star team out there live covering everything you need to know. Stephanie, as we mentioned, is in Times Square. AMHQ's Jim Cantori came out early to play, and I think I'm starting to see the beginning of a mustache there. We got Mike Seidel in Boston, and right now the most of it. Yeah, I think so. And Chris Warren is in Memphis. Let's start off with the Can Man, AMHQ's Jim Cantori in our nation's capital, where, Jim, they are bracing for the worst.
Yeah, we've got the snow emergency going into effect at about 7 o'clock this morning. We've got over 500 cancellations just at Dulles and Reagan, not surprisingly. And, of course, all the schools are closed here, as we could get the biggest snow of the season. But, Al, I got to stop for a second and put this storm into perspective. It's been all Boston for the most part. Then, of course, Texas gets in the mix last week. Dallas-Fort Worth, 3.5 inches. That's the most snow they've had since February 2010. I guarantee you Lexington's past the 9.5. That'll be the most snow they've ever had in the month of March. Not to mention the entire state is crippled right now from the west side over to the east side. Somebody's going to come in with 20 inches. They've already had a couple of spots with 18. So a crippling blow, certainly, for the state of Kentucky. Interstates are shut down. 24 and 65 right now are parking lots because of the snow on there. So a huge situation potentially breaking certainly into the state of Kentucky with the kind of snow that we've had. But again, we mentioned the cancellations. We're waiting on the transition to snow here. We've got drizzle coming down. It'll probably be sometime around 7:30, but the heaviest snow after 8 o'clock this morning. You can see it right on the doorstep, Al. So maybe some wet snow aloft, just not making it to the ground. We're at about 41 degrees right now, but temperatures are dropping pretty rapidly at Reagan and also Dulles, snowing already up in Frederick County, Maryland, and accumulating on the ground, as we would expect down here eventually. Back to you.
All right, I'm going to take it from here, Cam. And you mentioned Reagan and Dulles. By the way, almost 3,000 cancellation when it comes to flights across the nation today. So that's going to be a huge problem. If you're traveling around the tri-state region, it's not sticking to the ground right now. I mean, you can see that it's just water here. So we did that transition earlier this morning. 35, it was raining, and our temperatures have been dropping. They will continue to do so. That's what they're going to see happen in D.C. as we head through the mornings as well. So let's have a look at what we're going to see hour by hour here in the Northeast on the roads, and also as you're headed out. There's some delays in Jersey for the state to like 11. There's really no issues with the schools that I have seen. Maybe Amtrak reporting a few delays, but it's going to be sticking around. Again, 3 to 5 inches here in the New York City. The ride home will be better. I do think they're going to be able to keep up with this, as winds aren't going to be a major issue. But there is your forecast. You could see some heavier totals as you head down to the Jersey area. That's where we could see up to 7 inches. And again, Boston, as Cantori was mentioning, this has a very sharp gradient. And so it really cuts up towards Boston. They aren't going to get much out of this. Let's go to Tom to talk more about that, and also how this thing is just cranking it out in the south.
Oh, it really is. And, you know, I've got the Global Forecast Center behind me. Kevin Roth, one of our meteorologists, just indicated to me that Detroit, Alabama, and let's cue this right in here on our radar, now reporting thunder sleet. So across Mississippi, Alabama, I'm really concerned here about these accumulations of freezing rain and sleet over the next few hours, guys. Going to the north here and looking at D.C., yeah, we are in, you know, Can-Man is up there and it is raining right now, but that cold air is going to lock itself in here through the day today. Once it starts snowing, it's going to snow for several hours, and we are going to pick up accumulations of 5 to 7 inches by the time we get into the evening rush hour here. Again, 6 inches up in the Baltimore area, so several inches of snow. Right now, you can see Baltimore's raining at 35, D.C. at 39, but back at Front Royal, Hagerstown, you can see that drop in the temperature. That cold air will work its way in as we go through the day. Here's how it plays out from 7 a.m. running in through the afternoon here, guys. You can see that darker blue across Washington through the afternoon. It is going to be several hours of snow. We'll keep you updated there. When I come back, I want to go back to the south and talk a little bit about the icing, Al, so we'll send it over to you.
All right, Tom, thank you so much. Well, hey, Memphis, what a difference a day makes. Look at this. I mean, this is live right now. But Memphis yesterday, 60s. Today, thanks to Winter Storm Thor, they're dealing with freezing rain and sleet. They're not going to make it above freezing. Chris Warren is there live right now. We're going to talk about how the city is dealing with all these changes. As you look at Memphis, there's Beale Street. Man, not going to be very busy today. We got details coming up.
The future of the market is never clear. But at T. Rowe Price, we can help guide your retirement savings. Our experience is one reason 100% of our retirement funds beat their 10-year Lipper averages. So wherever your long-term goals take you, we can help you feel confident. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
Right now at Men's Warehouse, save on select clearance items. Get clearance suits for only $149.99.